So the GoPro Hero 12 has been officially announced and is now available for pre-order on GoPro's website. But should you go and pre-order this, or should you wait for the actual reviews to be released? Now, I don't mean the paid reviews, of course. I mean the honest opinions and honest reviews of the Hero 12 from the people that actually put their own money into this device. So in today's video, I want to discuss the GoPro Hero 12 release and give you my honest opinion based on the footage that I've seen from the GoPro Hero 12 so far. Now, one of the weirdest things with this release was that GoPro decided to skip the well-known creators to do their reviews, like Potato Jet, Mick Bergsma, and Chris Rogers, which I was actually looking forward to see. So it seems like GoPro already knew that this wouldn't be as big of a release as they hoped for, so they decided to ship it out to the media people and only a handful of creators, and just embargo everything without allowing them to express their own opinions about this camera, which is pretty strange coming from GoPro because it's something that I can't really remember having seen before. And the creators like Chris Rogers, for example, is someone that I always go to when there is a new GoPro. So it's a little bit strange and a big bummer for me, which can't actually go to those people and watch their honest opinion and you know, see how they use the GoPro Hero 12. So I guess I will have to find out that myself eventually, but I will get back to that later in this video. And this is also where the pre-orders come in, because these people probably know already that this is not the upgrade that they were hoping for, and the upgrade from Hero 11 to 12 is minor. Now, it also seems like GoPro is hoping for a lot of people to jump on the pre-order train by doing this move, and hopefully sort of save the day before the honest reviews gets published. Now, without hating too much, there is a few things I'm actually excited about when it comes to the Hero 12, which is the field of view, which is now 1 degree wider than the Action 4 at 156 degrees, and this is without the max lens mode 2.0. So you're gonna get a 177 degree field of view in 4K 60 with the max lens mode, and without the max lens mode you're gonna get 156 degree field of view in the 8x7 aspect. But even though the max lens mode is a massive $100 just to get a wider field of view, which doesn't even allow you to record in 5.3K resolution, I'm still excited about this mod. Especially when I'm out riding, I can see myself using the 177 degree field of view, which will capture more of the bike as well as the scenery. So for this alone, I think it's worth considering. Now, as of specs, there is big or minor upgrades compared to the Hero 11, but this really comes down to how you look at it and what you need or have been waiting for. Now, as of battery life, they claim up to twice as much as the Hero 11, which I honestly don't believe because it has been bad from the last 3 generations. But this is at least what they're saying, so I'm still taking it with a grain of salt, and I will be testing this myself. I just need to get my hands on a GoPro Hero 12 first, and I will do my own proper test and see if this is legit or not in different types of scenarios. Now, it's still waterproof down to 10 meters or 33 feet, which is still weird when DJI manages to push their Action 3, which was released last year, down to 16 meters, and even the Action 4 now down to 18 meters. So it's a little bit strange to see what was the first real action cameras for those type of scenarios like surfing, scuba diving, snorkeling, that they now after 12 generations, 12 years of making GoPros are still stuck at 10 meters. It's just weird. Now, as of the sensor, processor, and the image quality, this is where the interesting part starts. And this is also probably the main reason to skip or buy. The Hero 12 runs off the exact same GP2 processor and the 1/1.9-inch CMOS sensor as the GoPro Hero 11. So in theory, the Hero 11 and Hero 12 will produce the exact same image. But where you might see a difference is when you're using the new 10-bit log profile or the new HDR mode. But if you're more interested in the vibrant or the natural color profile and you don't really need to shoot that log profile, or you don't really want to shoot HDR videos, well then GoPro Hero 11 or even 10 might be the better buy. But there's still a few upgrades to the Hero 12 which I'm quite excited about, one of which being the ability to change the aspect. So you can go from vertical to horizontal or take the full advantage of the full sensor and then adjust later in post like we have with the Hero 11. But to have the option to change from horizontal to vertical and then easily capture some footage for social media like TikTok, Instagram or YouTube Shorts without doing it in post is a huge upgrade for me personally, which travels a lot and want to capture footage in all different aspects as easy as possible. And another new feature, if you decide for whatever reason to get multiple GoPro Hero 12s, I know I wouldn't, but maybe you would, you can now do timecode syncing, which means that if you're doing or having a multicam workflow, if you're doing an interview outside and you want to use the GoPro Hero 12 because it's a little bit more versatile when it comes to different scenarios, it's waterproof, it's durable, and all of that, you can now have timecode syncing with the GoPro Hero 12, which makes multicam editing easier. Now, another feature is also to connect Bluetooth headphones. So you can control the camera if you have it placed outside of a car, for example, or in a position where you can't really reach it. So what you do is basically start and stop recording by giving it a voice command. Now, from what I've seen, it's not going to make the audio coming from the Hero 12 any better, probably a little bit worse. I'm not sure how this works when it comes to recording the audio using some Bluetooth headphones, if it does that or if it's mainly to control the camera. But the main reason for this feature is to actually make it easier to use the start and stop function on the GoPro Hero 12. So you can use it outside of your car or anywhere you can't really reach it. So if you want to have this on a huge selfie stick, far up into the air, and you don't have a remote or anything like that, you can just plug in your Bluetooth headphones like AirPods, something similar to that, and you can just say GoPro start recording, GoPro stop recording, and it will respond to that. Now, a really interesting thing with the GoPro Hero 12 is that they have now removed GPS, which to me makes no difference at all because I don't really use it. But for a lot of people that wants to use overlays, this is a huge problem and probably the reason why we see extended battery life as well. But it's pretty strange to see other companies like DJI and Insta360 somewhat satisfying everyone when they have a new release and kind of putting everything on the table and giving people options to add additional accessories to get the things they want, like we see with the DJI Action 4 and the GPS remote controller. But as of GoPro, it seems they have to sacrifice something in order to improve something. So GoPro lost GPS but gained a little bit more battery life. At least that's the feeling I have when looking at the GoPro Hero 12. Now, the pricing of the Hero 12 is also pretty interesting. It's only $299 if you have the GoPro subscription, which is a really competitive price compared to the Action 4 and the other similar action cameras on the market. And this alone makes it a tough decision for those buying an action camera for the first time. So these are the main differences from the Hero 11 to the Hero 12. Oh, I forgot, they also made it look a little bit weird by having some specks or speckles or dots, whatever you call it. So I'm a little bit curious to know your thoughts on this new design. Do you like it or would it be better off without? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, the Hero 12 is not going to be a huge upgrade, especially if you already have the Hero 11 and you don't need the HDR or the 10-bit log profile. From what I've seen, the image looks exactly the same and there is no difference if you're not using the HDR or log. But will I buy it? That's the big question. Will I buy the GoPro Hero 12? Yes, I think I will buy the Hero 12 for a few reasons. It has that HDR, which I'm really interested in, and it also has that easily changeable aspect, which I can now just do with changing some settings in the camera and I don't have to do it in post, which is really interesting. Whether or not I'm going to use the 10-bit log profile, I highly doubt that because I think the natural color, or when I'm out traveling, I use the vibrant color because it works better for me when I apply my Signature LUTs, and that's the better workflow. At the end, the differences between the 10-bit log profile and the vibrant profile is not going to be huge. huge, especially when it comes to the YouTube compression when you upload your video. You're gonna see some difference, but if you're watching the video back on your phone, you're not gonna see a lot of differences, and you might not even be able to tell which is which. But for the HDR function and the changeable aspects, I will most likely be getting the Hero 12. And I will also do my own proper testing of the Hero 12, and hopefully by making my honest, unfiltered, unsponsored, unpaid review of the GoPro Hero 12, I'm able to help you in making the right decision. So if you want to see my honest, unsponsored, unpaid review of the Hero 12, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell. So I think that wraps it up. I think I covered most of everything now. As of specs and the video quality, it's mainly going to be the same as the Hero 11 from the specs and from the footage that I've seen of the GoPro Hero 12 so far. So whether or not this is a worthy upgrade, if you already have the 11 or even 10, let me know down in the comments below.